We're built as the fastest game of foot.
I love the run and gun.
Keep your eyes on the ball. I hope to lead this 1997 Syracuse lacrosse team back to Memorial Day.
We don't have a lot of heroes in this game.
The dynasty keeps on going.
Super Sports presents NCAA Lacrosse. Today from the Carrier Dome, the third-ranked Syracuse Orangemen host number 2 Johns Hopkins. Both teams come into today's ballgame with 2-1 records, and this one ought to be a beauty. You know, every sport has its rivalries. In basketball, it's Celtics versus Lakers. Baseball, the Giants versus the Dodgers. In golf, Nicklaus versus Palmer. When it comes to major college lacrosse, though, this is it. Syracuse against Johns Hopkins. Welcome to the game, everyone. I'm Steve Heider alongside Dale Drypoulter. And Dale, although this is a great rivalry, the Orangemen certainly have a score to settle here today.
Well, last 3 outings, they're 0 for 3, but these are two teams that measure success generally by whether they won the national championship or not. So these are two quality lacrosse teams meeting early. Should be an exciting game, Steve.
Head coach Tony Seaman has won 3 straight against Syracuse, but he's not taking anything for granted. He knows the Dome, the fans, and the Orangemen can make for a deadly combination.
It's always been pretty upbeat, and that's the way it is in the Dome, and you get caught up in that. And you know, we just like to establish some tempo and use our heads, and it's a very tough team Syracuse is offensively to go up and down with, and put those kind of demands on your defense.
Meanwhile, Syracuse gets set for this ball game with the Jays, and longtime assistant coach John Desko talks to us. He says that the Jays will test the Orangemen's mental toughness as well.
We're going to have to be patient against them. We're going to have to understand their strengths. They do some different things defensively as far as how they switch and double team the ball. We've got to be prepared for that and take advantage of it in some cases.
Always a lot of offense when these teams get on the floor. And today, Dudley Dixon has found the net 12 times already for the Jays. He's a man Syracuse must be concerned with.
He doesn't get many assists. He's only got 1 so far, but you're right. He has 12 goals. He's one of their leading attackmen, the guy, probably the go-to guy on the attack. So let's watch for Dudley Dixon, number 33, having a great season. Of course, Syracuse can counter. They got a lot of weapons, but number 15, Rob Cavett, having a great season. 4 goals and 4 assists last week. He's 11-6 on the year, 17 points, 11 goals, and 6 assists. So he's as good as anybody Syracuse has got. So both teams feature a very strong attack, and that's going to be a real key. The goalies wish perhaps they weren't as strong because they're going to have their hands full today.
Rob Cavett and his Orangemen and Dudley Dixon and his fellow Blue Jays are getting set for the opening face-off. We'll be back. We're glad to have you with us. SU Lacrosse coming your way after this timeout on Super Sports. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Brine, the power behind the game. Welcome back to the Carrier Dome. Number 3, Syracuse, ready to entertain number 2, Johns Hopkins. And the head coaches for today's ball game for the Blue Jays in his 5th season out of Cortland State. 59-26, actually his 7th season, Tony Seaman. And for Syracuse, Roy Simmons Jr. in his 27th year. The only game he has missed in his 27 years as head coach was against Johns Hopkins here in 1995 at the Carrier Dome. Of course, he is here, and we are getting set for a game. The series, 18-10, Hopkins leads with 1 tie. The Jays have won the last 3. The last time the Orangemen won way back in 1993, and we are underway. Syracuse and Johns Hopkins trying to control the opening face-off. And no one really had control of it. We have a whistle.
It's going to go against Syracuse. Burns is out there. They called illegal procedure, and they start this game right up.
So here come the Jays, number 40, Werner Kruger, bringing the ball up. He is being defended by Syracuse, number 26, Devin Ackerman. Jays get the ball around behind in the perimeter. Dan Denahan, number 1. He's watched by long stick, number 41, Sam Volin. Working around, number 33 now with the ball, Dudley Dixon. He's got 12 goals already this season. He is a threat at all times.
Warding.
And Denahan loses the ball.
He warded. He pushed off. It was obvious. And you can tell right now some of their strategy, they're going to put pressure on the ball and Syracuse on the clear. They get the ball back in to Gebhard. Syracuse had a couple of problems clearing the ball. And don't forget, you got to get that out of there in 10 seconds. So Syracuse does get it upfield.
Well, here come the Orangemen. Number 13, Andy Sharich brings it upfield. Down to Kavovit. Behind the net, Casey Powell. What a season he's having. 13 goals, 13 assists already. Matt Coyote. Up top to Ira Vanderpool. Vanderpool being checked by number 24, Rob Dorr. Back up to Coyote. Coyote making the move to the net. Stops. To midfield, the centering pass. Carcaterra. Across to Jackson.
This is a good defense for Hopkins, and they're making Syracuse take the time.
Jackson trying to make something happen near the net. Gets it back out to Vanderpool. Cross to Carcaterra. Carcaterra toward the net.
They're giving a little bit of a zone look there defensively, and then, oh yes!
And there it is. Ira Vanderpool scores the first goal of the game at 13-17. The Orangemen take a 1-0 lead. For Ira Vanderpool, his 6th goal of the season.
It was a nice look. Urfey was defending Vanderpool, but Vanderpool just looked away and then made a break to the goal, got a perfect pass, and that's goal number 1 for Syracuse, goal number 1 in the game. And Vanderpool got it, and seeing action early. Usually a guy who doesn't come in right away, starting on the midfield, came in from the wing on the face-off, but he's out now, and they got another midfield unit in.
Well, this is one of the things that Coach Simmons and Coach Desko said they wanted to do, get off to a quick start and not allow Hopkins to play that slow-down type of ball, make them play catch-up. Hopkins having some trouble getting the control of the face-off. Andrew Godfrey flips it upfield. That's number 3, Brian Kuzma. Here comes Hopkins, number 30, fires a shot saved by Gebhardt. Bailey's shot. And Syracuse comes up with it.
Jackson. Is that Jackson? No.
18 is Chris McCartan.
McCartan, the defenseman. Thought it was 11. It wasn't. Got the ball up, came out of that pack, gets it to the attack, now out to the midfield.
Kavovit gets it out to the center. That was Jackson.
Yep.
Shot no good. And here comes Hopkins, Andrew Godfrey, number 9. Upfield to number 42, Dave Marks. That's Dudley Dixon. Gets it way outside. A.T. Bailey.
Now they're just setting up a play. We talked about it at the open, and people say they're going to take the air out of the ball. Not necessarily, but they are going to run a play, and they practice them, and if it doesn't work, they'll take it back out. They're very patient, but it does slow the game down, Steve.
What is the key for Syracuse other than to play good defense, just to maintain their poise?
Absolutely.
Saved by Gebhardt, a beauty.
And then you have to be able to take your opportunities when you get them, because we're going to see what in the crease. So Syracuse is going to get a clear, but they're going to be on top of Syracuse right away. That's McCartan, 18 with the ball. Here's the shot. You look 26. Kelly just puts it down low, and a great save.
Nice save by Jason Gebhardt. He has, coming into this game, 46 saves. He's given up 42 goals. The Orangemen on the move. Centering pass goes astray. It's going to go out of bounds. Hopkins will take over.
Rule brought it down that time, the defenseman, so Syracuse using defensemen to bring it off. They ran it all the way down.
I asked Coach Simmons if he was concerned about the number of goals that Gebhardt had given up this year. He said, considering the amount of shots that he has been barraged by, he said he's been a hero in the nets.
Absolutely. Oh, that's the hustle.
Oh, nice job by Carcaterra. Ryan Carcaterra, number 2, the younger brother of Syracuse's midi, Paul Carcaterra.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Jay's working it around very deliberately around the perimeter. Number 28 has the ball now. That's Billy Evans, senior out of Baltimore.
Early 2-1 in the turnover category.
Jays keep the ball, working around the perimeter. Number 28 making his move to the net. Number 28, Billy Evans.
That's a pass.
Shot.
Oh, no, they're going to call it a shot. I thought he was trying to pass it. If it was a pass, Syracuse would get the ball. In lacrosse, on a shot, whoever's closest to it when it goes out of bounds, you get the ball back. So in that particular situation, it was Hopkins.
A subjective official's call?
Well, you know, it didn't look like he was taking a real shot, but yeah, that's their call, and they got a feel for the game. Good defense by Syracuse. Ball on the carpet.
Dudley Dixon has to way outside.
Mix up.
Bounce shot in. Score Dudley Dixon. He ties this ball game at 10:35 in the first period. Hopkins and Syracuse at 1 apiece. Got it past Jason Gebhardt.
A little bit of defensive confusion. And number 30, Syracuse, Alexander, watch, he was back and he said, who's picking up number 33, Dixon? And then he said, I better go out. So by the time he got out there, Dixon had time to set up his shot. And you see the result right there as he whistled it past Gebhardt. So Dudley Dixon strikes first for the Blue Jays. It's 1-1.
We're tied, 10:35 to go in the first period. The third-ranked Orangemen hosting number 2, Johns Hopkins. And Syracuse again has some trouble controlling the face-off, but losing his stick, number 9, Andrew Godfrey. The Orangemen catch a break. Here's Rob Cavavit. Cavavit being dogged by the defense. Number 43, John Gagliardi, doing a great job. And the Jays get it back.
Gagliardi does a great job, and you know, if you want to see what that's like, pick up a 6-foot stick and see how hard it is to manipulate, maneuver, and that's exactly what Gagliardi did. Stripped him, and now they've Carcaterra's got the ball for the Blue Jays. Poor pass.
Stolen by Doug Jackson. Jackson, 4 goals against Yale. Pass to Casey Powell. Powell gets it into Cavavit.
Oh!
Shot scored by Rob Cavavit.
And a penalty.
What a play by Rob Cavavit. Wow.
This was a great job of heads-up lacrosse because Cavavit finishes it off, but watch what happens. Poor pass by Carcaterra. Jackson takes it, goes left, goes right, feeds in to Powell. Watch what happens. Takes him right around the neck. He scored going backwards, Steve. Cavavit scored while he was going down.
Cavavit, the senior out of Yorktown Heights. Preseason All-American, 12th in career points at Syracuse University, and he picks up his 12th goal of the season and puts the Orange up 2-1.
Important face-off because Syracuse will be up a man, but if you don't get the ball, they get to run some time off. So Syracuse would like to get this face-off as they are up 1 man, 1 minute.
Well, freshman Tim Burns entrusted with securing the face-off, and
he lost it.
Whistle, and Jays get it back.
Now, the idea here is you got to double team the ball, make him put it on the carpet, don't let him take any time off the clock.
Werner Kruger bringing it in, and he's got a wide open shot at Gebhardt. Behind the back flip. Goes astray.
Syracuse ball. They made him put it on the carpet, and Hopkins has done that a couple times. The ball has been put on the carpet. Now they're still up. They've got 44 seconds left in the man up. So a lot of time, you got to be patient.
Casey Powell. His ball club leading 2-1. We've got 9:34 to go in the first period. And the Orangemen a man up for the season, 6 for 19. That's 32%.
You'd like to hit around 40. I mean, you'd like to hit 100, but you get up around 40%. You're doing a pretty good job. Ball taken right away. Great interception. That's number 24 got that ball. Door.
Jays, Dudley Dixon.
And once again, it was a shot. Now Syracuse has 9 seconds left on the man up. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a shot off. Long clearing attempt. Oh!
Get it. If he didn't, boy, that net was wide open. Here comes Syracuse.
He's offsides. And if not a slash, he's offsides. So now he's going to go over. He said, if I'm over, I'm going to be over for good.
Doug Jackson now. Across the field, Casey Powell looking to make some magic. Works his way around the defense, loses the ball.
Syracuse will get the ball for 30 seconds. Man up, Syracuse. So offsides for the Blue Jays gives Syracuse another man-up opportunity. Now the last time, I think they had some sloppy passing, and I don't think that they did exactly what Coach Simmons would like to do when they're man up. They didn't get off maybe one shot. Tony Seaman looking a little upset.
Another Cortland State guy.
Yeah, as you said, if you're going to be a coach, Syracuse and Cortland seem to be good places. Obviously Hopkins also, but they turn out a lot of coaches because there's a lot of teachers from those schools.
Junior Andrew Godfrey serving the penalty. Syracuse 0 for 1 in its man-up situations here today. They're getting another crack at it. Kataya.
Good defense.
Pass way outside for Syracuse. Shot no good by Carcaterra. Casey Powell comes up with the loose ball.
Good job by Dorr, the defenseman, to stop that. They're even now. This is not man up anymore.
Ryan Powell gets it to Kataya. Behind the net. Cavavit has it. Casey Powell. Pass. Shot.
Good look.
High by number 11, Doug Jackson.
20-second timeout. Oh no, somebody's hurt. It was an official time.
Way down behind the net, can't make out the number.
22, it's Powell.
Casey Powell.
It is Powell.
And that is something that Syracuse can ill afford, any sort of an injury to their top player. In past years, there have been any number of guys who could fill in and offensive threats, and Casey Powell is the man this year.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to see if we can see what happened. Maybe it's just a bruise. He just went down right there, and he grabbed his knee. Let's hope that it's an abrasion. Get a good look at,
13 goals, 13 assists coming into this ball game, just the 4th of the year for Syracuse. A little bit of concern on the face of the stoic Roy Simmons Jr.
Doesn't appear to be a knee, at least at this point. Because he's on his knees. I don't think they'd let him do that if he'd hurt his knee.
That is why you are the analyst, sir. You've been at this for a long time. Syracuse leading Johns Hopkins 2-1. We have 7:53 to go, and trainer Timmy Neal. You see with Dr. Irving Rayfield. And Casey up on his feet.
So he's going to take his time, and we'll get a word on what happened.
Yeah, Powell, of course, will come out for a while, but he was certainly looking forward to today's matchup.
I know Kuzma shut me out last year in their game, the first time I've ever been shut out in a game, and I definitely want to get back at him for that. But I think if we put together our offense and control the ball, then we're going to do all right against their defense because we got a great offense.
Casey Powell goes to the Syracuse sidelines. He has 1 assist as the Orangemen lead 2-1. Action back on.
Gagliardi once again did a great job of stripping the ball from Syracuse, number 43, and now Hopkins has it.
That's Paul Lasure, number 29. Brings it upfield into the box. Dan Denahan gets it out to Dudley Dixon. Dixon outside to Billy Evans.
Now this is what people would consider, taking the air out of the ball, running the offense. But they're very patient, and if they get a chance to make a move, they'll make the move. It's just a question of being very, very patient and not jumping at the wrong time.
And if for any ball club, it's just tough to sustain that defense for that long.
Right, that's true. I mean, that's it's like go left, go right, go left, go right. But eventually an inch turns into 2 inches and 3 inches, and then eventually when you've got them going far enough, what they're doing now is stacking people way out up on top and then just doing a little bit of one-on-one. And then if he can break free, then he'll make a break for the goal. But then they have cutters up on top and screening the goalie and making cuts. So it's a well-designed offense. You can see him cutting and passing a little bit on the right. You'll see right there. See him running? You see all that movement away from the ball? That's called movement away from the ball. Those guys are just cutting and cutting. What they do is hope to increase that little jump, and then they can get a pass and score.
So you had to sleep and then get off that quick shot.
Absolutely.
Harvey Sacred and Ryan Cummings in the game now, along with number 30, Matt Alexander for Syracuse. That's Kroger. Denahan.
They'd like to get their best guy and your guy with a short stick because it's harder to play defense with a short stick. And then you counter by double teaming and jumping. It's like a chess game. Now out on top.
Shot high.
Stays Hopkins.
Good defense that set by Ryan Cummings. A transfer from Johns Hopkins to Syracuse. Playing against a lot of his former teammates. He comes up with a loose ball. Gets whacked from behind. McCartan picks it up though.
That's just kind of a help pass. Oh, he got it.
Good job by Harvey Sacred. Gets it up to Kavovit. Kavovit on the near side. Rob Kavovit already with 1 goal here today. Up top to Carcaterra. He'd like to score against his little brother, I know that.
Yep. Keeping it all in the family. Coyote and Ira Vanderpool in the midfield.
That's Coyote, number 16, with the long hair. Doug Jackson. Outside to Vanderpool. Vanderpool scored Syracuse's first goal of the day. Here comes Coyote.
Look at him jump.
Pass down to Jackson. Jackson quickly flips it out. Carcaterra way up top now. Looking to make something happen. Nothing there. Good defense by the Jays. Jackson behind the net. Flips it to Rob Kavovit. Kavovit with a spin move. Looking.
Oh, too many bodies on him. This will be interesting. Syracuse ball. No, they give it to Hopkins. It must have been out of bounds. Jackson hustling to the end line, but Carcaterra beat him there. We'll see the end of it. Watch on the shot. Of course, everybody wants to get there. And look at Carcaterra. Nice job. Just there's the race just at the end.
Good
He
work
beat
by
him.
Jackson as well to get down there and make it close. Blue Jays trailing 2-1, marching upfield.
A little fast break. Oh, open on the crease.
Oh,
nice
saved
save
by Gebhardt. Gebhardt stops the shot from Dan Collins.
Way out on top. They're open. A little unsettled. Syracuse now picks up defensively.
Dixon, shot save
Good
again by
save.
Gebhardt. Here come the Orangemen, number 7, Ryan Cummings.
Nice job. He just ran that right down the sideline. Didn't force a pass. Now he's going to settle down. A little AstroTurf pass to Vanderpool.
Cummings will get a breather. Carcaterra back in. Graduate of Nottingham High School, of course. We just mentioned the fact he went to Hopkins and has transferred to Syracuse University. This will be a big game for him. Here comes Ryan Powell, the freshman out of Carthage. Younger brother of Casey Powell. Syracuse works it around. There's Ryan Powell.
Look at them, see them jump. They jump and double. Nice. Carcaterra save.
Peppers his brother with a shot, but the young brother, they call him Pickles, he made the save.
Pickles has been busy.
That is his, must have been a fan of the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Maury Amsterdam, yeah. By the way, we probably had 12 goals scored by this time in the Virginia game.
Isn't that something?
Bad pass.
Hopkins throws it away. 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Syracuse still on top 2-1. And the Orangemen will set things in motion.
This is the pace they talked about, and talking to John Dusker, you and I got a chance to talk before the game with Kevin Donahue, and they said, well, that's the pace is decided by the team that usually the one that wins the face-offs, and it's really been a slow pace than Syracuse perhaps would like. But right now they're up by 1, so you got to love that if you're a Syracuse fan.
32, that's Tim Glisker, plays linebacker for Paul Pasqualoni as well. Loses control of the ball. Glisker certainly no novelty act. Great high school lacrosse player from Garden City.
Fast break.
Here comes Hopkins, number 6, shot.
Another save. Gebhardt's hot.
Busy.
He is hot.
Aaron Van Horn. Jason Gebhardt, immense. Orangeman breaking.
Oh, save
by Carcaterra. And the Jays pick up the loose ball.
Oh, bad pass
and
again.
they throw it away.
Carcaterra's had 2 poor passes. It's not hurt him, but this one may hurt him. Turnovers up to 6 for Hopkins. Ground balls, Syracuse 11. No, got
Jason Gebhardt has stopped 5 of the 6 shots that he has seen early on. We still have 2:43 to go in the first quarter. But Jason Gebhardt having a good game thus far. Casey Powell, good news, back in the ball game, showing no ill effects from his injury of a few moments ago.
Fed the crease, wasn't there. Ball on the ground. Carcaterra trying to get rid of it. Ball's on the ground. That's got to be failure to advance here pretty soon, isn't it? No, timeout. They talked about that 20-second timeout. I asked the officials, so what are they going to use this extra timeout for? He says to save didn't get the ball up in time, and that's exactly what happened. They did not failure to advance, so they're taking a 20-second timeout.
Kavovit did such a good job of hounding Brian Carcaterra, the sophomore from Yorktown Heights. Excellent job.
Yep. So they take a timeout to save themselves a failure to advance penalty. So Syracuse will use the timeout.
John Desko, of course, has been with head coach Roy Simmons for the last 18 years, and he says getting ready for the Jays requires a great deal of preparation.
Hopkins does some things that no one else does, and they're a team that you need more preparation for than most teams. This year, with our face-off, we're going to be concerned about that. We're going to try some different things on the face-off against Hopkins. We have to understand the type of tempo that will probably happen during the game tomorrow. We have to value our possessions, and as long as we can get that across to the players, I think it'll be a good game.
Look at Carcaterra to hit him right in the stick and then up and down. and then made the poor pass. He got it back again from a defenseman, and but they did clear the ball. They have it down the right sideline on a fast break.
Fast
bad
quarter.
pass.
2:07 to go, and they track it down. Billy Evans for Johns Hopkins has it. The Jays continue their slow down. Behind the net is Dan Denahan, number 1. He'll get it outside to Billy Evans, number 28. Evans tries to save it, and he does. Denahan picks up the loose ball.
That's going to be off of Hopkins, Syracuse ball.
Good work on defense by Sam Ballin, number 41, and number 30, Matt Alexander.
They both got over there and double-teamed Denahan, and he eventually lost it. Syracuse going to have to clear it now. Let's check the clears out. 9 for 12 for Hopkins. Syracuse 9 of 9, something they had a little problem with, and I think that's one of the reasons why you're seeing Hopkins put a little pressure on the Syracuse clear. Ball at the midfield, and Syracuse 10 for 10.
We're under 2 minutes now, 1:39 to go. The Orangemen trying to put another score on the board before we break after the first quarter. Syracuse leading 2-1. Casey Powell out there. Kavovit has it. Gets it to Powell.
You ought to see what they're doing to Powell. No matter where he is, number 4, Penn will go with a guy and just stay with him. Just runs all the time. Pipe.
Pass inside to Klisker. Shot goes off the post.
Big stick. This is Dorr. He does a fantastic job. He loses it there, though.
How about that job?
Oh, that was a good job.
Ryan Powell. The Orangemen.
Oh, saved again. Is that Kuzma, number 3, got that. Great defense. Now you go right back, and now you got to play defense.
29's Paul Lasure. He gets it up to Denahan. Make that Dixon. Dixon now gets it out to Warner Kroger. 41 seconds left on the clock here in the first period. Syracuse leads 2-1. Looks like the Jays, for lack of a better term, will work it for the last shot of the period. Taking their time, getting it around the perimeter. Syracuse hangs back on defense. That's number 23, A.J. Hogan.
It's a great defensive job by Syracuse.
Denahan behind the net, being watched by number 41, Sam Ballin. 13 seconds left on the clock now.
Another save by
Gebhardt. 5 seconds left. We'll see if the Orangemen can get off the last shot. 2 seconds, 1 shot, save, buster, and that is it for the first quarter. Very exciting, well played, defensive first quarter of lacrosse.
Absolutely, and this guy is hot. He's made some point blankers, just done a great job so far. So the story in the first quarter, Steve Heider, defense.
With Syracuse leading 2-1, we'll be right back for second quarter action. You're watching the Syracuse Orangemen and Johns Hopkins here on Super Sports.
We put a responsibility on our own players' shoulders that throughout the year I think is pretty tough, because every week you're going to play a top team, and then they're going to be out to beat you, and you don't have any patsies. I think where it really hurts is my second string, not to get them into a lot of games.
Play underway, second quarter. Syracuse leading 2-1, 14:47 to go, and Coach Seaman talking about that tough schedule, but that's what makes you strong in the postseason. Shot wide of the net by number 28, Billy Evans.
Syracuse man down, going to be tested right away, because they got caught on a slash. Burns.
12 white, 1 minute slash.
So they will be down. So I think it's the first man-up opportunity for Hopkins. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong.
Tim Burns gets a minute for slashing.
So Syracuse does a pretty good job man down. Now watch, they'll just get, that just cursed him, but Hopkins 2 of 9, not real good so far, but we'll see what they do with their first one here.
Jays work it around in the man-up situation. Dixon up top. Inside now. Kevin Kaiser back out.
That was a stick save there. Nice job defensively.
Billy Evans tracks it down. That's Dudley Dixon. Dylan Schlott goes after.
Kevin Ackerman out there, number 26, has knocked the ball down twice with his stick.
There's Devin. Doing a fine job defensively.
23-21 seconds left on the penalty. Uh-oh.
Dixon.
Oh, what a save.
Did Gebhardt get a stick on that? He's having some ball game. Casey Powell trying to come up with the ground ball. Gets it. Powell.
He's going to get triple teamed.
Whips it across there.
Look at the bodies getting off him. 3 Blue Jays got up off of Casey Powell. And then Kuzma has to bend his stick back. Watch. There's Kuzma. Yeah, he got him there. He turns. Bang, bang, bang.
He got hit 6 times before he managed to get that shot off. Casey Powell having an amazing season.
Well, Kuzma's the guy they said, quietly, you said, oh, this guy's your best defenseman, and you find out, you look at the shots, 14-11, pretty even, but they said Kuzma just, all of a sudden you look and see the guy that he had didn't get many goals, so they're not going to get one here. Oh, just good pass.
Top-off pass by Gagliardi. Oh, some good hitting out there. Very physical play.
It's a no possession push. That's a dandy. Is that McCartan is 18. That's Coyote, number 16 right there. But that was the other one. The one behind him was the one that I liked. That was the.
All right, the Blue Jays set up shop. 13:02 to go in the second period. Orange still on top, 2-1. Steve Heider and Dale Dreipolzer here. Today's ball game. Third-ranked Orangeman hosting number 2, Johns Hopkins. There's a shot and a score for Johns Hopkins. Number 26, Matt O'Kelly, his second goal of the season.
They just ran a little stack out in front of the goal, and then they broke O'Kelly off. Watch him. It's Vanderpool on him, and now he's beat him right there. Now there's the slide, but not in time, and a sweet little shot by O'Kelly. That makes it 2-2, and you look at 97 stats for O'Kelly. Got his second goal of the season.
All right, now it's imperative that Tim Burns, number 12, can control the face-off for Syracuse. The Orangemen do not want to play catch-up. They have led throughout.
Well, you can see how hard it is to play at this pace. It just becomes, you got to take all your opportunities and make the best of them. Syracuse up with that face-off eventually.
Tim Burns gets it down to Casey Powell. Powell gives his teammates a chance to get set. Carcaterra comes out onto the field, along with number 44, Ira Vanderpool. Vanderpool flicks it out to Coyote. Coyote, shot saved by Brian Carcaterra, and he clears it to number 9, Andrew Godfrey.
Fast break.
Here comes Andrew Godfrey. He's already got 6 goals. He dumps it off and losing control, 33, Dudley Dixon. Syracuse comes up with a loose ball. Sam Ballin being battered from behind.
Syracuse timeout before they lost the ball. So there's your 20-second timeout to save yourself, as they knew going down the sideline they might lose it. Watch right here, the ball, there it goes, but they had the timeout before that. You can see he's just recognizing the timeout, but they had it in on the bench side. So Syracuse got credit for having the timeout and having the ball.
Sam Ballin getting a little sip of something during this timeout. Boy, what an exciting season this is for Syracuse. The Orangemen, a 22-21 win over Virginia. They lost at Georgetown 14-9, and then came back to beat Yale 18-8. Coming up next on Super Sports, Sunday, March 30th, a 7 o'clock face-off against the Bears of Brown University. So that ought to be another fantastic game. Coming up March 30th.
One of the few teams that wears brown as their color, right? I believe the brown. You're from that area.
That is my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of another school that wears that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make much sense for them to wear another color.
No, right. So Syracuse is going to get the ball on the far side of the field. Casey Powell's going to bring it in. Syracuse got that propitious timeout in.
Are you going to send me to the dictionary?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's the.
I just get stuck working with these guys smarter than me. And 11:58 to go here in the second quarter. 2-2. The Jays just scored, tied things up. The Orangemen looking to get back on top. Ryan Powell with his first career goal as a Syracuse Orangeman.
It couldn't have come at a better time or against a better team.
How about that?
You know, one of the great looks in this game is from the end zone because you get a real look and a feel for what's going on. And there's Powell. You can see that he got the stick side of Carcaterra. Got a good crank.
First 3 games, Powell had 5 assists. That is his first career goal. That's going to feel good.
From Carthage, New York.
So that's Tim Burns in the face-off circle once again.
Ball down, up in the air. Who's it off of? Nobody. Hopkins up with it.
A.T. Bailey, number 30, gets it to the long stick. Number 3, Brian Kuzma. That's Kuzma right there, center.
Oh, got beat out front on top.
Matt O'Kelly, number 26.
He beat Vanderpool out there, and then he got a fast break. They got it off, and Vanderpool's going to pick him up now as he goes behind.
Danahan back to O'Kelly. Jays again will take their time offensively.
See that stack out there on the left-hand side? You get a wider shot there. You can see them running and cutting. Look right there. That's a good look at it. And they're waiting for somebody to get open. And if they can do it themselves, they'll take it, like right there.
Godfrey, shot no good, wide right. Danahan picks it back up for the Blue Jays. Danahan shot high.
Stays Hopkins' way. So they're not reticent to shoot. They just do it on their own schedule, on their own time.
33, Dudley Dixon, a junior out of Annapolis, Maryland.
See the cutters breaking there. You can see them all breaking. And then if he can beat Vanderpool now, O'Kelly will beat him. But now he looks for somebody to go back out on top. Real chess game today.
Dixon saving by Gebhardt. Vanderpool has some trouble tracking it down, but comes up with it. We've got a flag.
30 seconds.
Let's see what Syracuse can do. Ira Vanderpool being checked by O'Kelly.
I think it's important to get a shot off. That was
weak effort.
Yeah, you get a free one there. You might as well take it. I think they're just going to call him on a hold. No? Oh, cross check. Yeah, he gave him a cross check. So Syracuse is going to get a minute. As oh yeah, he just up around the head area.
High with that stick.
Yeah, you could have called a number of things there, but they stuck with the cross check. It'll be a minute.
So there's Dan Danahan out of Manhasset, New York, a sophomore.
So Syracuse, I've got to give the man down team credit for Hopkins. They've been knocking passes down, and Syracuse 0 for 2 in that department. And you got to credit those long sticks out there, the guys with the 6-foot poles. 45. They have taken some of Syracuse's best shots and knocked them down before they got to the goalie.
Ryan Powell loses control in front of the net. Little backhanded shot for Syracuse by Dougie Jackson. Number 11. Senior from Janesville DeWitt. Casey Powell.
Syracuse being outshot at this point by 3. Oh, sneak.
Shot and an easy score for Rob Cavalier.
Yeah, he snuck around. Had 27 seconds left, and he just did a nice sneak.
That crease was pretty wide open for him to make his way through.
Yeah, they spread him out, and then they got a quick pass in, and somebody lost him. Now, you know you're man down, so not everybody can be covered, but you got to have a man closer to him able to slide, and they do try to slide, but it's too late.
Number 6, Aaron Van Horn, beaten on defense. Number 2, Brian Carcaterra, the goalie, gives up his 4th of this game. Syracuse leading 4-2.
The Syracuse face-off department is not looking good at this point. Although this is the kind of thing that let's see what they're going to call. Yep, they're going to lose it on a push. And, of course, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Carcaterra giving up an average of 6.22 goals per game. He's already surrendered 4. We have 9:30 to go here in the second period. Number 9, Andrew Godfrey. Godfrey working his way around, being defended by Syracuse's Matt Alexander. Godfrey holding onto that ball, taking his time, very deliberate. Alexander on defense. Godfrey being pushed out by Alexander, good job. There's a shot and a score by Dan Danahan. And just like that, Hopkins climbs back to within 1 goal, 4-3.
Watch, Volan's got a stick on him, 41, right here. got the stick, but he can't get on his stick. See, he's doing a pretty good job, but he just, give Denahan credit, he got his stick over the top of the defender, and he put it by the goalie for goal number 3 for Hopkins.
Denahan with his 5th goal of the year, his first of the day, and he brings his team to within 1 goal of Syracuse with just a shade under 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Syracuse on top, 4-3. Another face-off situation for the Orangemen, and this time it is Chris Clark getting a crack at it, and another whistle.
And once again, Syracuse is going to commit a non-possession penalty, which gives the ball right away to Hopkins.
And you can't really afford to give a team like Hopkins this many opportunities.
No,
it's going to come back and hurt you.
That's right. And when you get the opportunities, you have to take advantage of them, like Hopkins has done. When they've gotten the face-off, they come down and take advantage of it. Syracuse doing a pretty good job, but they've got to be able to stop the face-off and the penalty that gives up the ball in the face-off.
Dudley Dixon gets it down to A.T. Bailey. That's number 30, A.T. Bailey, making his way behind the net.
Uh-oh.
And shot.
It was off the end of his stick. I think he saved it with the handle of his stick.
Matt O'Kelly got a beauty off.
I think that they got that with the stick. Let's look and see if Gebhardt. Yeah.
What a stick for his arm, man.
Right.
I'll tell you what, he's been there.
He's been doing a swell job today.
And Hopkins is really peppering him with a lot of shots. Here are the Orangemen. Number 22, Casey Powell.
Now Syracuse, they don't want to take a bad shot. They don't like. You see how tough Pat, number 4, is guarding his brother. So now that's Powell to Powell.
There's Ryan Powell, who scored his first career goal a couple of moments ago.
Look at him switch off, see? Uh-oh, ball on the ground. Syracuse.
Orangeman in blue? No, let's see. Still up in the air. And a nice shot for Syracuse as Matt Doyle comes down with it. Casey Powell. Shot wide.
Syracuse ball. Good crowd here today, by the way. Opened up the top again, which means in the Carrier Dome that they expect quite a few people.
Matt Kitaya way outside. Kitaya cradling the ball.
Look at him switch. They switch defenders. You know, you come down, all of a sudden, now watch, he gets beat. Now somebody's going to switch. Oh.
Clark shot high.
Hopkins plays good defense. You know, I was looking at the number of shots. I think the teams that play him average about 23 or 24 shots a game. That's not a lot of shots. I've seen Syracuse take 60 or 65 in a game. So in the first 3 games, Hopkins holding teams to about 23 shots. Syracuse up to 18 at this point in the half. That's
Kitaya to Ryan Powell. Shot good, score by Matt Doyle. Number 29, Matt Doyle. 4 goals against Yale. This is his 5th of the season.
He comes streaking across the crease. And a nice pass. You're going to see him right there. Takes the left-handed shot, beats him offside, beats Carcaterra, and then he does a little celebrating.
You saw the knee brace on his right knee. He missed the entire 1995 season with a knee injury. So that's a great story. He is able to come back and be such a valuable player.
Check the face-off. Again.
Syracuse 5-3.
I'm just going to say 7-2 face-offs, and they're going to lose this one.
I can't believe it.
Syracuse got it. A penalty.
Okay.
Yep. So it's now 7-4. So now this is one of those things, Steve, you mentioned. Now they're going to take advantage of this. You've got to, you know, if you're not getting the face-offs, when you do get them, let's get some good shots off anyway.
Casey Powell to Matt Doyle. Doyle flips it up top to Carcaterra. Coyote. Back down to Casey. Plays catch with Doyle. 6:20 to go in the second. Syracuse up 5-3. Big crowd on hand here at the Carrier Dome to watch the Orangemen take on Johns Hopkins. Casey Powell to Kapovic. Kapovic out to Coyote. Carcaterra down low to Doyle. Doyle behind the crease to Powell. Powell loses control of the ball. Doyle is able to get to it.
Oh, nice.
Back out to Casey.
Nice move.
Behind the crease to Vanderpool, and Ira can't hang on to the pass. Goes out of bounds.
No time to hang your head. You got to turn around and go back up and play. Clearing attempt now for Hopkins. Long pass. You want to force it. They got the goalie covered. They're really putting Syracuse putting pressure on. Puts the ball in the carpet.
Oh, good job here by Syracuse.
A good ride. Very good ride. They went 3-on-3. They covered the goalie. They covered all the defensemen. They forced a real long pass, and of course then that takes the time, and then Hopkins got a little bit desperate there and made a poor pass.
Kuzma couldn't hold on to it. Syracuse will go to work offensively. Ira Vanderpool way outside. Down in the corner now, number 22, Casey Powell.
Spreading them out a little bit now.
Syracuse playing a little bit of Johns Hopkins game.
Yeah, opening up the shooting lanes. They spread them out, go way out up on top. And that makes the crease a little less crowded.
Paul Carcaterra looking to score on his brother Brian. Brian comes up with the save.
But not a very good outlet pass.
No.
Oh, and Hopkins up with it.
Jays catch a break. Here they come. Here comes Andrew Godfrey.
Stays Hopkins.
But neither team able to capitalize on mistakes here in the last couple of minutes. Our score stands at 5-3, the Orange on top.
Goalie Carcaterra has he's made some good saves. He's made a couple of poor passes, but again, they did not hurt him with that. Syracuse not able to get that ball off the carpet, and it's a little bit of a stack up on the inside, a little one-on-one over here in isolation.
Matt O'Kelly
on Vanderpool. That's the matchup they wanted.
Oh boy, good job by O'Kelly to get that pass out to number 33, Dudley Dixon. He comes up with a goal that makes it 5-4.
Vanderpool a little trouble with O'Kelly, and although he doesn't score, watch what he does. He gets off a nice pass, and then there's the slide, but he rips the nets.
That was a great pass.
Absolutely.
By O'Kelly as he was ready to hit the deck. Dixon picks up his second goal of the day, his 14th of the season. It is 5-4 Syracuse. 4:10 remaining in the second period. Syracuse trailing in faceoffs 7-3, and we can now make that 8-3. This has been a big concern for Coach Simmons all season long.
It has been, and they're still working on it.
Costly against Georgetown. Otherwise, they've managed to survive.
Yeah, they really lost them against Virginia. Therefore, lost 6 or 7 in a row and still beat Virginia. So it's not the end all, but makes your coaches breathe a lot easier when you get your share.
Dan Denahan. Checked by Sam Volin. 3:33 to go in the quarter. 5-4 Orange. Jays work, get around the perimeter again. 23. A.J. Hogan.
Hogan makes a move. He's got a lane. Got a stick on him.
Oh, rebound off the Hogan miss. Score by Dave Marks. We're tied at 5.
That's the thing that if you're the goalie, you get a rebound. That's tough. And here's 23. That's Hogan. Now watch. Ball's down. It was off somebody, but then scoop up. Call that little garbage man.
Dave Marks with his first goal of the season. As easy a score as that young man.
That's right. He was there in the right place, doing the right thing, and it's tied it up. So Hopkins, things going their way. Let's see, Burns again out in the faceoff. Ira Vanderpool here on the wing for Syracuse. Let's see, they come up with it, and he gets it over to his wing man.
Well, Burns got the faceoff, but had trouble controlling it. Here's Ira Vanderpool. Takes a shot, loses the ball. Good defense by Johns Hopkins.
You can tell them they want to settle it down. I just saw the coach settle it down.
Dixon, pass, shots no good by Werner Kroger, number 40.
Right back in. And they're going to take their time. 2:45 left.
Well, the Jays have battled back. They trailed 5-3, 24-20 in terms of shots. We are now tied at 5 apiece. We've been tied a couple of times here today. Jays have never led.
It's a Ward. Oh no, holding the ball. Withheld the ball. Apparently held it up to his chest, and so they are going to award the ball to Syracuse. Just like that.
Gebhardt coming way out. Is he crazy? Look at this kid. All the way into the box. Gebhardt's shot saved by Carcaterra. We'll see if the Jays can clear.
Timeout. Offsides.
Wow.
On Syracuse.
How about Jason Gebhardt taking it all the way and taking a shot?
He doesn't usually do that. Palem used to do that for Syracuse. He maybe get off 2 or 3 a game. But not usual for Gebhardt.
Makes it exciting. Casey Powell. Like to see him put one in the net.
They're going to double him.
Double teamed again by Hopkins. Manages to get it off to Kavovit behind the net. Kavovit centers to Coyote. Whips it. Saved by Carcaterra.
Good save.
Ryan Carcaterra having as good a game as Gebhardt.
Yeah, both goalies doing very well.
5-5, 1:34 remaining in our quarter. Second period action from the Carrier Dome. Andrew Godfrey.
See that stack up again. Pan left a little bit, guys. Well, there you go. Look at that. That's one rule in TV. You're never supposed to give the camera directions, but you can see them all. Look at the wheel. They just keep cutting and recutting, and that gives you an idea of what Gebhardt and the defense have to contend with. There's a good shot right there, and you can see when blue moves, white's got to move and stay stick on stick, and then you're going to isolate down over there when you've got Coyote playing defense, and if he says, if I can beat him, then I'll make a move. That's Godfrey. He says he beats him, stick down.
Nice job by Coyote. Takes it away from Andrew Godfrey. Here come the Orangemen. Number 17, Josh Rule. Defenseman brings it up the field. 34 seconds to go. Let's see what Syracuse can do in the closing seconds of this second period.
They're going to play all over everybody. We got a timeout, I believe. Syracuse takes a time.
So 28 seconds to go, tied at 5 in the second period. The Orangemen take a timeout, and what will they try to do?
Well, they've got it's like in basketball. They're going to have an inbounds play. They're going to have somebody set up because you got 28 seconds. Now, you don't want to panic. It's actually more time than you would think, but they've got to run the right play, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now, of course, Hopkins is saying, now what do we do? Well, what they were doing before Syracuse got the timeout is they were playing everybody hard. Everybody was man-to-man, but had their stick on the guy. They were spread out all over the field, but we'll see what they do.
The Orangemen listening to instructions from head coach Roy Simmons. Actually, that's Kevin Donahue you see right there on the left side of your screen.
Let's take a look at Gebhardt as he made his way across the midfield mark and then went down and took a left-handed shot. He's a left-handed goalie. Goes right, fakes. See, there's nobody blue around him, and then he took a high shot and actually put something on the ball. It was, it's tough with that big bag for a stick trying to, 8 saves, 1 shot. Good graphic, guys.
Out of West Genesee High School, that Lacrosse factory.
Still cranking them out.
There you see Brian Carcaterra, his opposite number 2.
Little guy.
Yeah. Sophomore, 5'8", 155 pounds.
Yeah.
They call him Pickles. I like that nickname.
Yeah, I know you do.
28 seconds left in the second quarter. Syracuse and Johns Hopkins tied at 5. Carcaterra, spin move, shot wide right. 16 seconds left on the clock.
Syracuse, good hustle by Van Horn from Hopkins, but Syracuse got there just a second before.
Kavovit now. Rob works it to the middle. Casey Powell, 8 seconds. Shot saved by Brian Carcaterra. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be the end of the second period. We are tied at 5 apiece. And again, a good defensive quarter. We will take a timeout. We'll come back with some halftime statistics for you and some observations as well. Syracuse and Hopkins tied at 5 here on Super Sports. Welcome back to the Carrier Dome. 5-5, an exciting first half. Well played.
Absolutely, and we're keeping kind of an unofficial time of possession. It was even, and the game is even, so just what we expect. A little bit slower than Syracuse likes, but they're still in it, and so is Hopkins.
Take a look at some highlights.
Absolutely. Had some good lacrosse. Both goalies turning in good performances. Let's look at a little bit of offense first. This is Kavovitz going to sneak around here on a man down, or man up for Syracuse, man down for Hopkins. And he put it in, snuck around from the back. Now you get a little put down here. Watch this put back. Marks, 42, gets the rebound, puts it in. Then Syracuse, at the very end of the game, Powell takes a left-handed shot, and little Pickles Carcaterra made the save, and he's had a great game. Let's check the stats out. 24-24 shots, saves, close, 8-7. Ground balls, 23-20 in favor of Hopkins. Face-offs, big difference, 8-4, and they actually had 6 in that second. Hopkins had 6 in the second quarter, and clears Syracuse perfect. Man-up goals, Syracuse 1 of 3, none for Hopkins. So it's an even game, even statistically. And as we said, both Gebhardt and Carcaterra doing a good job between the pipes.
Should be a great second half. Brian Kuzma from Yorktown, of course, looks forward to this rivalry just as much as some of the other guys like Kavovitz and Carcaterra.
He's a different player, I'm a different player. And, it's possible, one of us could have a good game, one could have a bad game. And, see what happens. It's hard to tell. This is his place now, and we played at my place last year, so we'll see what happens after the game tomorrow.
And Kuzma does a good job in the first half, holds Casey Powell to 1 goal and 1 assist, much below what he has been averaging through the first 3 games of this season.
Well, if he got 3 and 3, it would be much below what he's been averaging.
Yeah.
So
that's something.
Ball still down, being contested.
Second half underway. Burns loses his stick, but he winds up getting it back. Great heads-up play by Syracuse.
Yeah, that was McCartan.
Casey Powell fires a wild shot high and wide.
But McCartan, it was a great job because the ball was coming loose. One of his men had no stick, was on the ground. He just tapped it back, and Syracuse, good job. One of the things you won't see in the statistics, but it was a great play by the defenseman.
So brand new second half, starting all over, tied at 5 apiece. This ought to be a beauty. Very entertaining thus far. Glad to have you with us. Shot and a score by number 8, Matt Kataya. Syracuse on the board at 14:25 in the second period. It is Kataya's 4th goal of the season.
Kataya in the right spot at the right time. Watch him pass from Powell. That's an assist for Paul, and he just took him stick side. A little bit of a screening on 5'8" Carcaterra, the goalie. So the guy who started it all actually was McCartan, the defenseman, and people won't say anything about it, just like a lineman in football.
Kataya, the sophomore from Homer, gets his 4th goal of the year, and Burns gets knocked over, but the faceoff is controlled by Matt Alexander. Number 30 for the Orange being defended by number 24, Rob Dorr.
So 2 face-offs in a row. The first one turned into a goal. Let's see what happens with this one.
Good start.
That's so important on the face-off. As you, Coach Simmons, Coach Desko, Coach Donahue, when you get the opportunity, make something of it. Get some shots off. They'll go in, but don't take a bad shot.
Ryan Powell gets way out to Kataya, who just came up with his 4th goal of the year. Here's Matt, wants to make something happen. Shot scored, Syracuse, number 11, Doug Jackson.
Great shot, great pass, an assist by Kataya. It was watch what Kataya does. And he just pops out and takes that low shot, and Kataya just fired it over the defense, and Jackson in the right spot put the low shot past Carcaterra.
So the Orangemen get their 2nd straight faceoff. They scored 2 goals in the first minute, 15 seconds of this 3rd period, and they lead 7-5.
Which is why faceoffs are always kept as a statistic, because so many good things happen out of them if you get them.
Well, let's see what happens here. The Orangemen wind up with it.
Not yet.
Tim Burns can't track it down, but finally it is brought up.
Kavovitz. You better get out of there. He's going to be. There we go.
He shoots his way out of traffic. And there's Doug Jackson, guarded by number 6, Aaron Van Horn. Ira Vanderpool gets it to Carcaterra. Matt Coyote checks in, number 16. Coyote, another Yorktown kid, a freshman.
Yeah, talk about your factories. There's another place that produces a lot of lacrosse players.
Casey Powell to Carcaterra. Carcaterra watched by number 26, O'Kelly. Coyote now.
Pick off.
Coyote, shot, score. 3 goals in the first 2 minutes and 5 seconds. This one off the stick of Matt Coyote. The Orangemen lead 8-5.
Not a very hard shot by Coyote. He doesn't seem to take the real hard shot, but he placed it well, left-handed. Goes off a great pick. That was a great pick, and he just, I think, you know what? Carcaterra might have had a stick on it, and it bounced off. I couldn't see, but Coyote, left-handed shot, puts Syracuse up by 3, and just like that, they go in spurts, this game does, and it's a spurt for Syracuse.
After a sweet first half for Pickles, things have turned sour in the first 2:05.
There's an extended metaphor for you.
The Orangemen come up with a face-off again. 4th straight here in the 3rd period. They've scored first 3 times. They've brought the ball downfield. Let's see if they do it again. Casey Powell.
Getting their midfield in. Vanderpool.
3 goals on 4 shots here in the 3rd quarter.
That's pretty good shoot.
I'd say about 75%.
You are right.
Ira Vanderpool to Coyote. Syracuse, 3 goals in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Vanderpool will try to track it down. Kick.
Offside, Syracuse, no.
Josh Rule.
Great job by Rule. What he did was he legally pushed 42 marks offside. At least that's what it must be, because that's what they called offsides. And so if you put their foot on the line, hard to see from that angle. The referee certainly had a good angle, though. Was looking right at it.
Orange up 8-5. They have 3 goals in the first few minutes of this 3rd period. We're tied at 5 at the intermission.
Well, they're getting ready to double Powell. You can see him. They're just waiting. When he gets close, they must have a line drawn in their minds there. And when he crosses that line, they fire out and double team him.
And we still have a lot of time to plan. I don't know that necessarily it's a bad thing that Casey Powell isn't doing a lot of scoring, because it's forcing his other teammates to get more involved in the action.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want anybody to dominate every game in terms of that. You want to spread it around, because when somebody gets hurt or somebody's out, you need those other people. Right now, they are working the ball very well.
Here comes Syracuse.
Shot
behind the crease.
Still white.
Syracuse ball.
Good hustle.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopkins really hustling. It was Bailey, number 30. Didn't get there in time, but he sure put a good run on it.
Powell, Kataya, and Timmy Glisker check back into the game.
Glisker's a big target there, about 6'4". They put him on the crease, and they'll put him moving around. That's a tough guy to see by if you're 5'8", like Carcaterra is.
Syracuse out shooting Hopkins 29-24.
Oh, good move.
Half of it. Rebound by Glisker. Kataya. The Orangemen have 9 shots on goal already this quarter. Hopkins yet to make an attempt at the net.
It's a pass. Syracuse loses it. Good hustle by the defense of Hopkins.
I don't think the ball has been on the other end of the field yet this period.
You're right.
First 4 minutes and 12 seconds has been all Syracuse. 3 goals in the first 2:05.
Now Syracuse really contesting. They've sealed everybody off except the far defenseman, Kuzma, and they're going to try to force the long pass. And Hopkins breaks it and clears it.
Here comes Johns Hopkins. Bounce pass.
Oh, good save.
Gebhardt. Dudley Dixon stopped by Gebhardt again. Cummings pass. Score for Syracuse. Rob Cavett off the beautiful feed from Ryan Cummings. He gets an assist against his former teammates. Cavett picks up another goal for Syracuse. 9-5. 4 goals in the first 4 minutes and 39 seconds of this period.
Well, there it is. Good defense. Once again, Syracuse does a great job. That was McCartan who checked the stick. Now the outlet pass after the great save. And I was just going to say, somebody's open on the crease. He takes him up and down and then goes downtown. But, it was a great pass by Cummings. He doesn't run all that fast anymore. He got that brace on and just a pinpoint pass, however, by him.
Well, Kevin faked Carcaterra out of his shorts. put it in the net. 9-5 Syracuse.
Fast
Here
break.
come the Blue Jays. Shot wide to the left. Kroger gets a wild shot off. And it looks like the Jays are starting to panic a little bit. They were taking their time with each possession. Now they're just firing as soon as they get downfield.
Well, they tried to get a break come out of the substitution area. Syracuse stayed with them. And it's not going to change their game plan.
Down 4, how long can you afford to hold on with them?
Well, for a while, until you don't score for a couple of times. Then maybe you. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Billy Evans to Dudley Dixon. Dixon gets it to Denahan. Denahan around the crease. Checked by Sam Volin. Denahan trying to shake free. Shot wide by Kroger. The Jays get it back. That's Dudley Dixon, number 33.
This is a cat and mouse game, isn't it?
There's McCartan playing some good
Double
defense
team.
for the Orange. Someone from Syracuse gets a stick on it. Gebhardt.
Oh, great job of getting it in the crease. And then getting it out. What a pass.
Here comes Syracuse. Matt Alexander loses control. Ryan Carcaterra comes up with it. Smashed from behind.
There was a lot of intensity out there. It was Alexander brought him down. Going to be a hold 30-second penalty.
3-0 in the white. 3-0 in the white.
So, Alexander, watch what Alexander does when he comes out. Where are you going? Nowhere.
Hey, I was just going after the ball.
That's right. Tried to get the stick if he just did the stick, but obviously he got him on the body.
So Alexander will serve 30 seconds for holding. 8:52 to go in the third. Orangemen up 9-5. They've scored 4 goals already here in the third. Jays 0 for 1 in man-up situations here today.
Now this is one of these things where this will get you back in the game, give you a little momentum shift. You've been getting the face-offs except the last 3 or 4, so, oh, there it is.
Boy, trying to score. Billy Evans beats Jason Gebhardt. And Gebhardt wasn't screened. He just misjudged where the ball was going.
Well, you know what happens? You would say that because you're absolutely right, too. But when you're one-on-one with a goalie, believe me, you got the advantage, and that's exactly what happened. Your reaction time, it's like, did you ever have somebody hold a dollar bill out and try to trap it before it goes between your fingers? Same thing. You're reading it, and when he gets the shot off, by the time you react, it was over his head. So you're absolutely right. It looks like you should stop it, but it's a tough shot.
Well, he's had a spectacular day.
Absolutely.
We won't hold it against him.
No.
Syracuse leading 9-6. Hopkins trying to cut the deficit. And
so they got a goal. Now they get the face-off. So it's back to Hopkins. Perhaps a momentum change. That's what they'd like to do. If they cash in on this one, momentum back to Hopkins. Although the score certainly is Syracuse's favor at this point by 3.
it's Andrew Godfrey, number 9. Guarded by Devin Ackerman. Godfrey tries a centering pass. Marks goes after it, comes up with it.
All right, now there's a double team. Somebody's open. Like right there. Good
Dudley
save.
Dixon saved by Gebhardt. Marks comes up with a rebound. Shot wide left by Jays.
Syracuse got settled down a little bit. The defense there, they ran a double team, but then they lost a man from Hopkins. He was behind the cage. They couldn't get the ball to him.
Johns Hopkins has the ball with 7:47 to go in the third. They trail Syracuse 9-6. Shot wide.
Well, that's Syracuse ball. Good hustle.
Is that Cabinet?
No, that's Casey Powell.
Powell. Yeah.
Those numbers are hard to read, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very small.
Yep.
And we don't want to make excuses, but the game before this one, we had Hobart out here. They wear the white jerseys with the blue numerals. Huge numbers, very easy to see. But this is what Syracuse is wearing this year. Orangemen score. Let's see.
Casey Powell.
Casey gets his second goal of the game.
Took it the whole way, coast to coast.
SU with its 5th goal of the period.
Kuzma's with him. He makes a move on Kuzma. He gets the stick down, but the left-handed shot by Mr. Powell puts him up by 4 once again. You're going to see it from ground level. Kuzma had the stick, but Powell held off until he had a better shot and put Syracuse up by 4. Casey Powell having a good day.
And now Chris Clark will try to secure the face-off. He'll be opposed by Werner Kroger. Ball on the ground.
Kroger's low to the ground, but he makes a bad pass.
Clark loses control. Who'll come up with it? No one yet. Finally brought in by number 6, Aaron Van Horn. Syracuse player down.
Yeah, he's down. It's Powell again.
And he seems to be limping.
Oh, no backup. Goes Syracuse. Powell, yeah, he came up a little bit gingerly on that leg.
Casey already came out of the game once earlier today.
Get a look, it was a collision. That's a concussion type thing where you bang your knee with the other guy's knee.
There's a shot by
good save.
Carcaterra. Little brother gets the better of it that time.
Nice save.
Gagliardi, number 43. There's
great
Brian
pass.
Carcaterra.
Big stick.
Here come the Blue Jays, number 10, Kevin Kaiser.
And they lose it. And they have had some unforced turnovers. Hopkins has. Syracuse going to get a chance to clear it, but they're going to put a lot of pressure on them. Let's see, they got a horn while they change, so Syracuse have a chance to get a little bit set up here, and so will Hopkins as they cover everybody, but the goalie and the far defenseman trying to force the long pass. That's Powell.
Held just a bit under his average. As you said before, if he had 3 goals and 3 assists, he'd still be below. He's averaging almost 9 points a game. He's got 3. But we still got a lot of time to go. 6:23 in the third. Syracuse up 10-6.
Offsides, yeah, and they were also offsides. Lose possession and right back in.
John Desko looking on as his club leads 10-6. Next weekend, the Orangemen will be at Towson State.
Kuzma brought the ball over. He goes back now, and
that's a nice effort by Billy Evans. Jays get it back with 6 minutes to go in the third. They're down 10-6. And Collins gets it to Matt O'Kelly. O'Kelly being watched by Vanderpool. O'Kelly.
Double team. Oh, now penalty.
And an attempt at the net. And Collins.
Probably going to be 30 seconds. No, slash. That's going to be a minute.
We're right around St. Patrick's Day. You got to figure a guy like O'Kelly's going to do some damage.
Should have some luck, huh? There's the shot. They stopped the shot, got a stick on it. The penalty happened before that, and it's going to be a minute. So the Syracuse man down team has their work cut out for them. I believe it was the other Carcaterra, the Syracuse Carcaterra, not Pickles, that got the penalty.
Now my question is, if he is Pickles, what's Paul's name?
I don't know.
What other condiment is there in the Carcaterra family?
Trying to jam the lanes with those sticks so you can't get a good pass off. Hopkins being patient out on top. See a lot of sliding. You got to slide, cover, skip a pass. There it is.
Oh, beautiful shot and score by number 23, A.J. Hogan. House. Great pass, Jason Gebhardt.
You can see the beauty of the man up as they just try to pass and pass. They'll go all the way, and then they'll skip a man, like I did there. And as you're anticipating where it's going to go next, they give it to an open man, and he just takes a beautiful shot.
You hit the nail right on the head when I asked you how long you could afford to be deliberate or as deliberate, and they are sticking to their game plan. They trail by only 3 with 5:12 to go here in the third.
It's they got a whole quarter to go, and it's a game of spurts. And if you get a face-off, good things can happen. And they got the last one, and they're going to get this one.
Well, that was Hogan's second goal of the season. The face-off's controlled by Kroger. Here comes Kroger.
Oh, now, see, that's a couple times they have done that. A good thing happens, they get the face-off, but they do not take advantage of that opportunity. The last 2 face-offs in a row have gone to that guy. He's a little 5'8" guy, I think. Good technique.
Not even 5'7" out of Columbia, Maryland.
Yep.
Josh Rule back to Gebhardt. We've seen him take 1 shot already today. So Ryan Powell. Powell with his socks pulled high, a la Lawrence Moten.
Well, differentiated from his brother. He's got the low socks.
The contrast, Kataya with no socks.
Right.
Matt Kataya. Casey Powell behind the crease now, Syracuse. Kavovit gets it back to Casey Powell. Back to Rob. Outside to Ryan Powell. Kataya again. Syracuse being very deliberate. Good defense by the Jays. 4:06 to go in the third.
This is the type of thing that eventually, the defense gets tired. Next time down, maybe they lose a step because you make them work so hard on these, and they got to keep moving and shifting. And Syracuse just working the ball deliberately. And then now they've got the goalie really kind of screened there.
Kataya back across the field to Ryan Powell. Casey flicks it down to Kavovit. That's Matt Doyle. Now Kavovit has it. Back to Matt Doyle. Matt. Bang!
Nice move.
Matt Doyle comes up with his second goal of the game. And Syracuse 11, Johns Hopkins 7.
He just lulled him to sleep. He got him, watch the move. He just says, look, you didn't pick me up. I made one step. It's a great, if we replay that again, you watch. He takes one step, and when the man doesn't react, he just does it again, and he makes it, watch. Now he didn't. Now there's the slide. They slide over. Number 6, Van Horn tries to come over, but it's too late. And that's all that passing around, kind of lulls him to sleep, and then he made the quick move. And number 29, great job by Doyle.
Senior out of Elmont, New York. 6 goals on the season now. Kroger comes up with a face-off.
Number 3 in a row.
That's Andrew Godfrey.
Oh, good strip.
Orangeman, great defense, but Danahan there to pick up the loose ball.
You know what I would say right now, if I had to say a big difference, I think the Syracuse defense that people kind of maligned in the win in Virginia, or when they beat Virginia, but giving up so many goals, I think they're playing good defense. And you know what? They are putting the ball on the carpet because they're taking them away, and they're really getting sticks on people. I think they're playing exceptionally well today as a unit.
Under 3 minutes here in the third, 2:56 to go, and Orange up by 4, 11-7. They have 6 goals here in the third period. They've outscored Hopkins 6-2. We were tied at 5 at halftime. Hogan stumbles, recollects himself, gathers his composure, gets a shot off wide.
You can tell in this sport that a good defense is a good offense. In other words, if you can keep that ball down there and you can take the pressure off your defense, that it's going to help you in the end. And Syracuse has played well both offensively and defensively, especially when they started getting those face-offs to start the second half. And got some good goaltending right there. They got another piece.
Another save by Gebhardt. Ira Vanderpool. Talking to Coach Simmons yesterday, and he said the Orangemen have lost 7 times at the Carrier Dome. 2 of those losses are to Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
So they'd like to do something about that here today.
So Vanderpool throws it away. He's not had his best game so far today, I don't think.
There's Godfrey. Gets it upfield to Matt O'Kelly. O'Kelly watched by Ryan Cummings. O'Kelly behind the net now. Gets it. Dan Collins.
The fans are applauding the defense.
Job by Josh Rule. Vanderpool checking Bailey. Bailey gets a shot off, no good.
Oh, that's Syracuse ball. Good hustle.
And Ryan Cummings would have been pumped up.
Just like that, it starts, and Syracuse gives the ball up to Vanderpool at the midfield.
Orangemen don't waste any time. Here comes Ira.
Well, they got a minute 15.
Casey Powell. Powell bangs into Matt Doyle. Powell spinning. Behind the back. And let's see if Syracuse can track it down. They do. Carcaterra comes up with it. And he flicks it back down to Doyle.
See how quickly they get rid of the ball? That's a real important concept to remember because you can make things happen. Don't hold on to the ball. They know where it is. When you pass it, it makes it much harder to follow.
Jackson outside to Carcaterra. Centers to Coyote. Down to Casey Powell. Back behind the crease to Jackson. Jackson flips it back out to Ryan Powell. Playing some catch, waiting for something to happen. Looking to create with 30 seconds left in this period.
No, they're certainly going to play for the last shot in this quarter. Waiting for the double team.
To Coyote. 17 seconds left now. Matt Doyle. Centering pass, score by Doug Jackson. How about that? The Orangemen score their 12th goal of the game with 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Their 7th of the period, and they are starting to pull away from Hopkins 12-7.
Doyle read the double team perfectly. Watch it. They slid over to double team. See the other blue jersey? And he got rid of it. Made that pass, as I said before. When you read the double team, somebody's got to be open. You got the vision, you pop it out. And, he moves pretty well for having that bad knee. He's done some real aggressive moves with that and just did a great job.
2 goals and 2 assists in this ball game for Doyle. For Jackson, rather.
Oh.
Gebhardt. 4 seconds. 3, 2. And that is the end of the third period. And what a third period it was for Syracuse. They outscore Johns Hopkins 7-2. And they lead 12-7 with 15 minutes left in this game.
Great job defensively, and there's a good one right there.
Yeah, we love Jason Gebhardt, too. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. Syracuse leads 12-7.
I think this game today is as important as May is for us. I think that's a great lesson that I've learned from Roy Simmons and from working at Hopkins over the past 7 years, is that March and April don't matter very much. It's how you're peaking and how you're playing in early May, and then going into those championships and into the Final Four.
Certainly an important game, but not do or die, according to head coach Tony Seaman. Syracuse leading 12-7 as we go into the fourth quarter. It's not over yet, but we should point out the last time Hopkins won here at the Carrier Dome in 1995, the Orangemen went on to win the national championship. So it's good practice, if you will, getting ready for that strenuous playoff run.
Ball down. Syracuse is doing what they did against Virginia when they started losing faceoffs. They are crashing people, and they're into Kroger there, but they're going to get a technical. They're going to lose it. But see, that's the thing. If you're going to lose the faceoff, then go in and knock them down and get the ball back is the philosophy. And they got a penalty there, and that's what happens sometimes. But it's better than, I think, it's better than just not contending the faceoff.
Tim Burns, a freshman from Baldwin, New York. 30 seconds for holding. Here come the Jays. Just underway in the fourth period. Syracuse on top 12-7. Blue Jays have taken advantage of the man-up situations here today. 2 out of 3.
Watch you sneak from behind right there. Good slide. Good save.
Good job by Gebhardt. Saves it, and then the shot by Kroger's wide left.
Did you hear that aluminum clicking down there, Steve? That ball was down there, and everybody's trying to put a stick on it.
I thought that was your knees creaking.
That could be. Okay, penalties up. Danger time.
All right, Ryan Cummings makes it back in there.
Yep.
No damage done by the Jays in that 30 seconds. 14-17 to go. Still 12-7 Orange. Hopkins still out shooting the Cuse, 40-36, but Syracuse much more efficient, 12-7, the Orangemen lead. Dixon off the post.
High fly. Syracuse closest. Closer, I should say. Here's the pipe. Bingo. High fly out to the left. Stays a shot. And Syracuse is going to have to clear and a little bit more aggressive. Hopkins here on this ride as they're going to try to force Syracuse into a turnover. The last time, the goalie took it all the way up. Poor pass, and it's exactly what Hopkins wanted to do. So an unforced error.
Despite the best efforts of Tim Glisker,
yeah.
Syracuse unable to track it down. And look at that, goals. Last time, the ball game against Yale, Syracuse went nuts with 10 goals in the second period. Here today, 7 goals in the third. And it's a 5-goal lead with 13:43 to go.
I believe they had 3 goals off of 3 face-offs, too, and they haven't gotten a face-off in a while, so things have calmed down a little bit in the scoring department, but they're letting the defense do a lot of work now.
Kroger.
He's had a good game.
Kroger. Out to Dudley Dixon. That's A.J. Hogan. Hogan gets it back to Billy Evans.
We're waiting to get the right people in. O'Kelly comes in. He's been productive today for Hopkins.
So the Blue Jays not panicking. They're taking their time, being very deliberate. And there's a shot and a score for Dudley Dixon. Picks up a goal and cuts the deficit to 4 for his ball club. 12-8. Syracuse still on top.
Dixon about 12 yards out. Just takes a low shot, beats Gebhardt.
That's Dixon's 3rd goal of the game, his 15th of the year.
Gebhardt would like to have that one back, but he can't. Now here's where the momentum, now it's 12-8. Can they get a face-off? And Kroger's been getting them. Let's see what happens. Syracuse has got a big stick. Now, look who's on the wing. See, Powell's here. Yeah, Casey Powell's on the wing.
Tim Burns trying to get the face-off for the Orange against Kroger, and he comes up with it. Nice job by Tim Burns. There's Burns.
Now they're going to get Burns out of there. He did his job. He got the face-off.
Cabot back to Doug Jackson.
And they're playing a tight defense now. They'd like to get this ball back. Down by 4. Still a lot of time, but
Powell way up top to Kataya. Ryan Powell back to Kataya. Kapovic. Shot and a score for Syracuse. Was that number 11? Yes, it was. Doug Jackson again for the Orangemen. And he is having quite a ball game. His 3rd goal to go along with 2 assists.
A great pass from behind by Kapovic. He just went high. Watch Kapovic. Just a little touch pass. Back. Leads him perfectly up in the air. And DJ doing a super job for Syracuse, comes up with 2nd assist.
Now, did Kapovic or Jackson get that goal?
Jackson.
Okay, because they put Kapovic up on the scoreboard, and that threw me off. All right, we can't pay attention to that.
No.
Syracuse up 13-8.
They're going to throw you off. We're not going to pay any attention to it.
Big goal for Syracuse, Doug Jackson.
Kapovic got the assist. So that was a big goal right there.
And Syracuse has the ball back.
Yes.
Ryan Powell. His ball club leading by 5, 13-8. We're just under 12 minutes in the 4th.
See, Glisker's in. You don't see too many two-sport guys anymore in Division I.
No. We got a couple here in Syracuse. Donovan McNabb, of course. The football-basketball double. Former lacrosse player Charlie Lockwood was a walk-on for Jim Boeheim a couple of years ago. Charlie still talks about that 3-pointer he hit against Tennessee.
Syracuse taking the time now.
Talking about guys that do double duty. Tony Gonzalez from California, tight end in football, having a very good NCAA basketball tournament this March. Casey Powell shot no good. Ryan gets it though.
See, when you get a shot like that or lose the ball and get it back, this is the really kind of stretching this defense of the Blue Jays.
Jackson out to Ryan Powell. Back to Tim Glisker. Casey Powell to Kataya. Kataya, the one-on-one move.
Oh, there's a big crowd in there. Thanks for feeding me the ball.
Yeah, Ryan Powell. Not only couldn't he handle the pass, but he get smooshed.
And as I say, Glisker's in there at 6'4", number 32. He's a pretty good sized target, and he does 2 things. One, he can screen the goalie, who's 5'8", and number 2, he's a pretty good target. He gets his stick up in the air to feed to. And they, however, there were a number of Blue Jays, and they just crushed them.
Singing to some other guys who have recently done the two-sport thing in Syracuse. Melvin Tootin, the offensive lineman for the Cincinnati Bengals, played basketball a couple of years back for Coach Boeheim. A lot of guys do the football track thing, guys like Jimmy Turner.
Ooh. Steal. Good pass. That's just a super defensive job. That time it was Rule, number 17. They have just, I think, played a very good all-around game as a unit. The close defense. Check the ground balls, 31-30, pretty even. Gives a good indication of the hustle that you're getting out of both these teams.
We're under 10 minutes to go. The Orange on top by 5. Jason Gebhardt surrendered just 3 goals here in the second half. Casey Powell banged up a little bit today. But looks no worse for the wear. Ira Vanderpool. Carcaterra in now for Ryan Powell. Here's Casey Powell.
See, he got a jump on Kuzma, man. Kuzma, nice recovery. Right back playing the body position and poke checking. Oh, looked at the open crease.
Kuzma does a good job again defensively.
Yeah.
Kroger, number 40. Kroger takes it all the way and scores on Jason Gebhardt.
He's had a super game.
9:15 to go, and Kroger gets the 9th goal of the day for Johns Hopkins. The lead is cut to 4.
He's 5'7", right? Watch this guy. He just took it the whole way. Gets that, slides that hand down, takes a nice one bounce shot. And then he comes back and, well, he's not doing it now, but he's been doing the face-off thing. Look at that. That's his season, but he has been super today and getting face-offs.
4 goals, 2 assists on the year, 1 goal thus far today. But as you said, Dale, they've done a lot of the intangibles, done a lot of the other things very, very well, and has helped keep Johns Hopkins in this game. They trail by 4, 9:13 to go.
Syracuse got the face-off on a penalty.
Syracuse on the move. The Orangemen miss out on an opportunity. Coyote tries to save it in bounds, but it's taken away by Brian Kuzma.
Fast break, unsettled situation.
Here come the Jays. Dixon, down low to Denahan. Denahan watched by Volin. That's number 26, Matt O'Kelly. O'Kelly, guarded by Coyote, gets the ball to Evans. Back down low to Dan Denahan, and we've got a whistle.
Had a problem, substitution. So the bench official made the call, and it will go Syracuse way.
Orangemen on the move now. Paul Carcaterra still looking to score against baby brother.
Great defense. Is that Gagliardi? He's played a heck of a game for Hopkins.
Carcaterra continues to work hard. His stick was hit as he tried to get that shot off. Good hustle by the Orange.
That's a push. Yeah.
Excellent hustle by Syracuse.
Yep.
Ryan Powell. That's the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, checking out the rug burns Carcaterra on his knees as he skidded to a halt right in front of the crease. Trying to get a pick. Get some jack. Oh, he's got a jump.
He's wide open. Bang! Doug Jack. Wide open.
He was looking for a pick, and he got a little bit of daylight there, and then he just turned on the afterburners, and
that's his 4th goal of the day, his 14th of the season.
There he just had the step right there. That was the step as Gagliardi put the stick on him. Watch Gagliardi. Watch 43 put the stick on him right there. Now he loses it because Gagliardi stumbles, and now he just turns on the burners. And that's a great shot that Jackson's having a game.
Now Jackson tied for the team lead with Casey Powell, 14 goals apiece.
Going to be a play on push. Yeah, that would be Hopkins' ball.
Jackson, great career at Syracuse. His grandfather, I should say, boxed at Syracuse, and he was a former SU lacrosse ball boy. His mom works in the football office, so it's an SU family.
Yeah.
Outstanding game.
Oh,
Gebhardt gets beat.
That one he just got beat. That's relaxed a little bit, and they just put that one right by him. That was Evans.
Every time Syracuse goes up by 5, the Jays answer. Evans this time with his second goal. And nice shot. Very nice shot. Lower left-hand side of the net.
I don't think that they thought he was going to shoot is what happened, and he didn't have to set himself. He just took a quick shot, and it's going to be, again, as you said, a 4-goal lead.
We saw how Syracuse scored 3 goals in 2 minutes, so certainly this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. 7:28 to go. Orange on top 14-10.
Now they got a problem because they had a wing in too fast. Wait a minute. We'll reface this.
Hopkins coaching staff's going nuts on the sidelines.
Procedure against Hopkins. To wipe out, they're going to do it all over again, I bet. Yep. Penalty on both teams.
The Hopkins assistant coaches were going wild. Here you see head coach Tony Seaman pretty calm, but his assistants were going berserk there just a moment ago. Hey, what's up?
That's their job, though, to go berserk. You get to be cool, and the assistants have to lose it on occasion. Oh, nice little draw there by Syracuse.
Still nobody has it. Whistle.
Push. Burns did a nice job. Oh, now, see, look, right back at it. Syracuse caught a little bit napping.
Dixon shot fires off wide. 7:15 to go. 14-10 Orange. Billy Evans. Guarded by Ryan Cummings. Cummings checks him.
Uh-oh. Open.
Oh, saved by Gebhardt on the shot by Marks. Jays get it back. Another save by Jason Gebhardt. Here comes Casey Powell. Syracuse on top 14-10. Casey Powell. Behind the back save by Brian Carcaterra. Fantastic.
That's why it's the fastest game on foot.
How about that?
What a great sequence right there.
Matt O'Kelly. To Danahan. Danahan guarded by Volin. Back to Dudley Dixon.
Open
Dixon,
crease.
the mark, score.
Somebody got a problem there because they have not guarded him, and they're up to 3.
Well, it's getting a little tighter, 14-11. Syracuse was in control. The Jays have scored 2 in a row.
Watch, see, there's the pass, and he is wide open on the crease. There is nobody there. And somebody said, who's got this guy?
Marks with his second goal of the ball game. And it is 14-11. Wow. Still a lot of time, 6:13. Syracuse could use the face-off, but Kroger comes up with it.
Oh, they're going to get a slash. They better got to play good defense now because they're going to be down for a minute anyway. They could give up 2 goals.
Danahan.
You want to get that ball on the carpet.
Centering
like
pass,
there.
March smash. Wow, took a shot there.
Nice little smack.
Paid for that last goal.
But they're going to be up for a minute now.
5:52 to go, 14-11. Orangemen on top. They have controlled from the outset of the second half. We were tied at 5 at intermission, but the Jays are battling back. They've cut the lead to 3. Saccharin gets a minute.
That's tough.
Well, let's see what the Blue Jays do in the man-up situation.
They're half and half here on the man-up. Good percentage.
Dixon.
The last time they got a sneak from 42 Marks.
Gebhardt being tested here in the 4th period with his ball club leading by 3. He's got his work cut out for him. Johns Hopkins, the number 2 team in the country. The Orangemen with a win would certainly move up in the USILA polls. They are ranked 3rd this week.
Out on top. Oh, ball on the ground. That's tough because now you got to get back.
Yep, Evans managed to come up with it. Shot by Dixon. Save again by Jason Gebhardt. Dixon. Ball's loose. Ball is on the deck. Hopkins comes up with it. Shot wide again. That hit the post.
Yep. 11 seconds left in the penalty.
Great job by Syracuse in killing this penalty because all the action has been down toward Jason Gebhardt. 17 saves. He had 19 against Virginia, 16 against Georgetown, 11 against Yale, 265 saves last year. Hey, and Syracuse does it.
That's a pass.
Still the penalty successfully. We'll take a look at the USILA poll. We mentioned Syracuse and Johns Hopkins. Hopkins 2, Syracuse 3. Princeton, of course, the top dog at number 1. This Hopkins team lost to the Princeton Tigers in overtime, 7-6. Army lost today to Hobart. A lot of great lacrosse teams in the country. Syracuse and Hopkins certainly the very best.
Syracuse got a timeout, by the way. They look a little ragged there. They had put the ball on the carpet. Nobody seemed to know what they wanted to do for the inbounds type play, so they called a timeout wisely, I think, to get things settled down.
14-11 the score, 4:36 remaining. Head coach Roy Simmons Jr. gunning for career victory number 272 against just 91 defeats. The winningest coach in SU history. 75% of his games he has won. 6 NCAA titles. Only 5 men have won as many as 3. Among the active coaches, Richie Moran from Cornell and Princeton's Bill Tierney. Casey Powell banged up a little bit today, but nonetheless having a good game, and talked about how he developed his great skills.
I think it develops in high school, playing in the backyard, playing with your friends, and just being around the game of lacrosse and doing as much as you can with it. And if the more you play, the more fun you have with the game, and that's what my brother and I, and that's what the Gates did. The more you play, the more experience you have, the more things you want to try, and those things just sort of happen in the course of the game.
Casey Powell, everybody's All-American with the razzle-dazzle behind-the-back shot, but Brian Carcaterra up to the task.
Great job. And then he started the other way. You know how tough it is to be a cameraman in this sport? I mean, this thing moves.
These guys are the best. We're lucky to be working with them.
Casey Powell, a goal and an assist today. 2 assists, I should say. And right now, with a 3-goal lead, you can take a little time off the clock.
Well, this ought to be a very interesting last 4 minutes and 36 seconds as the Orangemen try to hang on for victory number 3. Hopkins certainly has its work cut out, and there's some Tony Seaman going crazy on the sidelines. What's the question, Tony?
They want to know where they get the ball. That they called a timeout, that it was back further, apparently, is the complaint.
Casey Powell, he's being dogged by Ryan Kuzma, as he has been all day long. Powell, 4:20 to go. Powell continues to try to make something happen.
How close everyone from Hopkins guards the other guys, because they want to make sure that if there's a pass, they want to get that ball on the carpet and get it back.
Kavovit being watched by Jay Penn.
Double team.
Kavovit outside. Doyle has it.
Under 4 minutes.
Matt Doyle. Pass out to Kataya. Watched by Penn. Behind the crease is Kavovit. Van Horn defending.
Now, you do not want to take a bad shot. You don't want to lose the ball. You do not want to take a bad shot.
The Orangemen continue to eat the clock. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Syracuse in no hurry to take a shot. Leading 14-11. Ryan Powell thinks about it. Gets it back from Doug Jackson. Powell, watched by Penn.
You see when they when you come close to someone, they're going to double team, they're going to jump you. That's what they're doing now. They're rotating. They jump and they send somebody back, a big stick to a short stick.
Casey Powell now gets it to Matt Doyle. 2:56 to go. The Orangemen doing an outstanding job. Kataya, pass over the crease to Doyle. Doyle gets it back out to Ryan Powell. Kavovit. Kataya, the Orangemen just running out the clock. The fans appreciate it.
Well, it's a tough thing to do. It's a real skill when these guys, as good as Hopkins, they're all over them, putting the aluminum on them.
Masterful job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt Doyle.
Doyle open. because they'll double team, and the guy who's left alone has to get free and help out.
The old days, and Syracuse does cough up the ball, but the Orangemen managed to come up with a loose ball. Who else but Casey Powell? Doyle fires on Carcaterra.
Where'd the ball go?
I think the ball it looked like it was stuck in Carcaterra's stick, or maybe in his face mask. Tony Seaman finds no humor in the situation.
Well, they got that little flap down there to protect your neck, and that's a great feature on a goalie helmet.
Well, Syracuse killed 2.5 minutes there, and it's going to be awfully hard for Hopkins to come up with 3 goals in the final 2 minutes to at least salvage an overtime.
Well, they're gonna hurry now.
Here they come. We got a whistle.
They had a substitution that they're complaining about, I think. There's a flag.
Well, Hopkins catches a break, illegal procedure against Syracuse.
So that's a technical foul. 30 seconds. I don't know what the... This is going to be quite a discussion.
Well, looks like that's the end of the discussion.
That it is, as most discussions with officials are.
Those men in the striped shirts always win.
Yes, they do. Well, that's going to be Syracuse.
Good break for the Orange, about 47 to go.
I don't think they wanted to take a shot that was not backed up, and that's exactly what happened. Yes, you got to take a shot quickly, but you got to make sure you had a backup. They had no backup.
Gebhardt. Here come the Orangemen. 9,511 fans on hand to enjoy a great apparent Syracuse victory. I shouldn't get too far ahead. They're up 14-11 with a minute and a half to go. How about that, Dale? 9,511 fans. What a great showing for the Syracuse fans.
Great season. They come out and they love the Orangemen. And I'll tell you one thing, it's something to, you look at the other schools who have great programs, and Syracuse people doing the best in supporting their lacrosse team.
Quick figuring, about 25,000 people have attended the 3 home games thus far. They drew almost 11,000 against Virginia on opening night, 10,960. Had about 5,000 or so against Yale, and then 9,511 here today as the Orangemen lead 14-11 with a minute and 30 seconds to go. With a win, Syracuse would improve to 3-1. The defeat would drop the Jays to 2-2, and presumably the teams would flip-flop in the USILA poll.
One would presume that.
Well, if you like this one, we encourage you to join us again, because there's not much more exciting than NCAA lacrosse. Brown comes to town on March 30th in 2 weeks. 7 p.m. face-off. Syracuse will host Brown University right here on Super Sports, April 13th.
Now back to this game. You're going to get they're still discussing this, but it's a moot point, because there was a procedure call against Syracuse, and then when they got the ball, there was some complaining about where they got the ball, and then it degenerated from there. Casey Powell's going to have to get rid of it. Long pass on the carpet,
and Jackson doesn't get to it. Let's see what happens. Matt Doyle.
Boy, he's been hustling.
He's dogging. Oh, great job by Matt Doyle.
That's Syracuse ball.
Good hustle.
Now there's a guy, Doyle, just been hustling all day, and there's that big knee brace. I never thought that he'd be able to play as well as he has with that brace. He's
All-American as a sophomore.
Right. Boy, you've seen some of those knee injuries, Steve. You know, it's hard to come back from those sometimes.
Well, momentary lapse there for Syracuse. Chris McCartan gives up the ball. Dixon misses the net.
Hopkins going to get it. 109. And of course, as you know, the way they've been getting face-offs lately, if they get a quick goal now and they get the face-off, this could be very, very tight at the end.
Alexander, Cummings, and Harvey Saccharin check in for Syracuse. Danahan being watched by Ryan Cummings. Precious seconds ticking away. And Kroger manages to pull one in the net, beats Jason Gebhardt 14-12 with 55 seconds to go.
I'm telling you.
We're not done yet.
No. Kroger, again, open there. And Gebhardt not able to track it down. So Werner Kroger gets his second goal, and he goes out to where he spent much of the day in the face-off circle. Now we got a new face-off man for Syracuse. He's got Alexander's out there, I think, and he loses it. 50 seconds.
Kroger trying to make something happen again. Ryan Cummings checks him.
There's some movement.
Danahan, watched by Volin, loses control of the ball. Gebhardt gets out there. Volin, dangerous play by Volin. He threw it up toward the net. Had the Jays come away with that, it could have been lights out for Syracuse. But here comes Matt Alexander. He gets hit from behind toward the net. 16 seconds to go. Gagliardi, centering pass. Shot and a score with 6 seconds to go. Andrew Godfrey brings the Jays to within one. Unbelievable.
What a scenario.
We have 6 seconds left, and Syracuse leads by 1.
He just almost takes left and comes back right. And Syracuse has got 6 seconds to kill. And they're going to send out number 12, Burns.
Let's see if Burns can just get this face-off, and we can get the heck out of here with a win.
Yeah, Kroger is back out there. What you got to do is just keep the ball in the face-off circle.
There we go.
2.
That's going to do it. The Orangemen beat number 2 Johns Hopkins 14-13. Jason Gebhardt and company, an outstanding victory as Syracuse improves to 3-1. The Jays fall to 2-2, and for the first time since 1993, Syracuse beats Johns Hopkins.
And they did it just the way this game should be, right down to the end. One goal difference.
Yeah, when these two teams get together, it's always exciting. We'll take a break and come back with some final thoughts. The final again, Syracuse 14, Johns Hopkins 13, here at the Carrier Dome. Today's game has been sponsored in part by Brine, the power behind the game. Well, I'll tell you what, very exciting game. 9,511 fans leave happy. Syracuse wins it 14-13. Kavovit and Jackson do a great job offensively. Gebhardt and the nets. And you got to give credit to Hopkins. Kuzma did a great job on Casey Powell.
It was great offense, great defense. I don't want to overuse that word, but it was a matchup of two great teams, and personnel couldn't have done a better job. Very entertaining.
Well, Syracuse now gets ready. It goes down to Towson State, and then we'll be back here in a couple of weeks as Brown University comes in. It doesn't get any easier. You play a top 20 team every time out.
There are no easy games, and you can see how when Hopkins came back, you can't take anything for granted, Steve.
So Syracuse wins the ball game, and the Orangemen improved to 3-1. The final score, Syracuse 14-13 over Johns Hopkins. Coming up next on March 30th, Brown comes to town to take on the Syracuse Orangemen. We hope you join us again for that one. It ought to be a beauty. For my broadcast partner, Dale Dreipolcher, Steve Heider saying, thanks for watching Syracuse Lacrosse here on Cable 13. It's been a production of Adelphia Cable Entertainment.